Our next guest made a career representing some of the most iconic stars in the world and almost lost it all due to an opioid addiction. Author Darren Prince joins me this morning to tell us about his experience. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming. You're in town here, though, I hear, for the Chargers game. You're a Chargers fan.
A diehard Charger fan.
I'm surprised you even mentioned that name in this city.
I'm here with my friend Frosty. It's an annual event with our buddy Stan Ross.
Yeah.
He's in Kansas
Oh,
City.
that's
We're here
great.
for the game.
Well, go teams. Go teams. Go Chiefs. I'm sorry, I got to say it. All right, so let's talk about your career. Tell us about the stars that you represented and now who you represent.
So I started a baseball card business at 14 years old, and it eventually evolved into Prince Marketing Group, representing some of the most iconic figures. Muhammad Ali, Smoking Joe Frazier, Magic Johnson was my first client, still is.
Wow.
Hulk Hogan, Dennis Rodman, Ric Flair, but the whole time I was hiding a secret.
Yeah.
And from growing up with a learning disability, being labeled as special ed, being called an idiot, verbally teased, I found opiates, which helped me to feel equal,
Right.
a part of,
So,
accepted.
How long were you addicted to opioids?
Over 23 years.
23 years, and no one really knew about it then.
The last couple of years, some people started realizing there was something off. At one point in my life, I always like to say I was living to use turned out to using to live.
Yeah. And this is a huge, as we know, an epidemic in the society today, all around the world. You were telling me a statistic. How many people die each
182 lives a day.
182 a day. That's worldwide or just in the U.S.?
Just in the U.S.
Just in the U.S. due to opioids. It's incredible. I mean, you hear about it every single day, something with the opioid addiction. So,
It's the worst epidemic we've had. It's worse than AIDS in its height.
oh my gosh, I didn't know that. So at what point did you decide I need to turn my life around and get help?
My uncle and his then girlfriend on July 2nd, 2008, I had my spiritual awakening. I fell to my knees after trying to get clean for a couple days and called out to God for help. And I said, I can't do this anymore. And I saw a light. I felt the warmth of my shoulder. I heard the voice said, I got you and you're ready.
Yeah.
And the chains came off of me, and I wound up in a 12-step meeting in the upper 90s in New York City, and a bunch of addicts and alcoholics that were all once of a hopeless state of mind showed me the softer, easier way to recover.
Well, congratulations on your success in pulling out of that, because obviously many people don't. So you're a very strong person. And now you've written a new book on this now too, called Aiming High. Tell us about the book.
That's what it's about, giving back. You know, I figure if I can get to just one high school kid each day or every few days from my speaking from the book, or adults that are suffering,
Yeah.
to show that hope and recovery is out there. It's the greatest gift I can give, not just to myself, to other people. And it's about my journey, just the ups and downs in business, great celebrity stories, but a lot of being this broken individual that finally found the light from the darkest of his days.
So it's a great book for anyone to read, but really, I mean, it'd be awesome for people who are struggling themselves to learn from this and, you know, see your story and how you changed.
That's what it's about. Like I
Yes.
said,
And so on the back, it's really cool. So first, I got to say this. It's the bestseller in 4 countries. Did I hear that?
4 countries. Yes.
4 countries. So obviously it's doing pretty stinking well.
Yes.
And on the back, I don't know if you guys have heard of any of these people, but there's little quotes from, let's see, Hulk Hogan, kind of a big deal. Dennis Rodman, kind of a big deal. Mark Cuban. We've got, who else do we have? Kevin Harrington, Ric Flair. I mean, all of these people are telling, you know, basically telling you guys, read this book because it's that amazing.
And Magic Johnson wrote the foreword. Dr. Drew gave me a nice testimonial. I tell people that Prince Marketing Group could do a $100 million business deal and nothing will mean anything close to what this journey is about.
Well, I think I need to read it too. It's incredible. And congratulations again on your success. And thank you for sharing your story with so many people.
And as I told you, if anybody needs help, I'm always available. Call 1-888-6-DARREN, DARREN. And I'm willing
Anytime.
to anybody at any
You
point. I'm
personally.
affiliated with Banning Treatment Centers, and we're all to get people the help that they need.
That is really, really cool. So again, if you are looking for help or know someone in need, call Darren himself at any time at 888-6-DARREN. Thank you so much for joining
for
us
having
today.
me.
We appreciate it.